All right, so we have been looking at special right triangles, 45, 45, 90, which is made from dividing a square in half. I end up with 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, two legs that are the same measurement, and then a hypotenuse that can be found by taking whatever that leg is and multiplying it by the square root of 2. And what we're seeing is we have two separate patterns. And my two patterns are where my square root of 2 is. If my square root of 2 is on the hypotenuse, then the coefficient in front of there will be the same as the legs. 8, 8, 8 square root of 2. 27, 27, 27 square root of 2. 11, 11, 11 square root of 2. 13, 13, 13 square root of 2. 18, 18, 18 square root of 2. But if my leg already has a square root of 2 on it, if my legs both have a square root of 2, then we just take that number that's in front of it and we multiply it by 2 and remove the square root of 2. So 10 square root of 2, 10 square root of 2, 10 times 2, 20. Okay? Here, 18 square root of 2, 18 square root of 2, 18 times 2, 36. Over here, 24 square root of 2, 24 square root of 2, 24 times 2, 48. 9 square root of 2, 9 square root of 2, 9 times 2 is 18. And we talked about how if you're given that hypotenuse and you need to work backwards, we know it's going to be 9 times 2 to get that 18. So to work backwards, you can take that 18, divide it by 2, and then multiply by that square root of 2. Okay, so let's look at these last few examples. Number 10, I know my hypotenuse does not have the square root of 2 on it, so that means both of these are going to have the square root of 2 on them, which means to get backwards, I'm going to divide by 2 and get 4 square root of 2, 4 square root of 2. Okay? On the next one, I do have a square root of 2 on my hypotenuse, so all I have to do is take it off to work backwards and get 24 and 24. Okay? And then on this one, my hypotenuse does not have a square root of 2 on it, so that means both of the legs do have a square root of 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, so you have to pay attention to where your square root of 2 is, whether you're going to keep it the same number, or whether you're going to divide it in half, or go forward and multiply it by 2. Okay, let's look at some word problem-ish type of problems that work with a square. Okay, the first one says find the diagonal of a square whose sides measure 24 meters. So think about what a square looks like. In a square, we know that we have all 4 sides are exactly the same, and this one says all 4 sides are 24. 24 and 24. Okay, no need to really mark all of them because really we know we're only going to need to work on half of it because my directions say to find the diagonal, right? So if I want to find the diagonal of this square, what I'm really going to be looking at is just 1/2 of that square that's been divided by that diagonal that I'm trying to find. And so I can see that my legs are both 24, so I've got 2 that are 24. That means my hypotenuse is going to be 24 square roots of 2. So the diagonal is going to be 24 square root of 2. Okay, the next one says to find the perimeter. So that's an important distinction. They want me to find the perimeter. So that means I need to add all the sides together of a square whose diagonal is 18. So in this one, when I draw my square this time, I know I'm going to be adding all 4 sides together. Do, 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 and do. Okay? And my diagonal is 18. So the diagonal normally has a square root of 2 on it, right? But when I need to take it off, and I know that diagonal is going to become part of the legs, when I have to take the square root of 2 off of the hypotenuse where it's supposed to be, I have to divide, and I end up with 9 square root of 2 here and 9 square root of 2 here. Since this is a square, all 4 sides are 9 square root of 2. 9 square root of 2, 9 square root of 2, 9 square root of 2, 9 square root of 2. So to figure out the perimeter, it's going to be 9 square root of 2 plus 9 square root of 2 plus 9 square root of 2 plus 9 square root of 2. There's 4 9 square roots of 2. Now, this kind of works just like if you were adding 9x plus 9x plus 9x plus 9x, you'd get 36x. Well, here we're going to end up not with 36x, but with 36 square roots of 2. And these are centimeters. I'm going to leave my answer exactly like this so that there's no rounding involved that I'd have to do. Okay, so if you have any questions over any of these special right triangles, I know it takes some practice, and the more you work with these special right triangles, the easier it gets. So definitely, if you're struggling, come to sync time, because your teacher will give you lots and lots of practice examples so that you can get comfortable looking at the pattern and using the pattern. Because once you have the pattern, you can take this calculator and move it off your screen. You won't even need it. Oops, move it off your screen. You won't even need it once you have the pattern, because the most you'll be doing is multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. So you should be okay with that. All right, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask during sync time or after sync time during your class tutoring time. Thank you so much for watching.